Jesus loved the little children, all the children of the world. Red and yellow, black and white, they are precious in the sight. Jesus loved the little children of the world.
So we came down here on a mission trip, and really, just never been out of the country, really on a mission trip before, and just took a chance. And we got down here. One of the projects we were working on in the town didn't really settle well with us, and it was to build a water fountain for the town, and we had seen that people at the river didn't have any water to drink, and they were very impoverished, and we wanted to focus our attention with these people by the river that had nothing. We wanted to do our own thing. We wanted to start our own mission here to serve the people of Pinalejo, and especially the people down by the village and by the river that really didn't have access to water, that didn't have electricity or housing or food. They were just starving to death for attention and physical and emotional needs. So when we came home, we decided to start Dream Big Honduras with the intention of bringing the kingdom to the people in Honduras, and to share the love and blessings that we have in the United States with our families by the river.
About 6 years ago, I went on a mission trip with my mom to another part of Honduras and absolutely fell in love with the culture, and knew that a year was too long for me to wait to come back. So I found another trip that was coming through the local Rotary, and it was about 5 months out from when I had been in Honduras for the first time. So I was dating Brad at the time and invited him to come, and we explored and got to know Pinalejo, fell in love with the people, and met Grace. And from there on, we decided we wanted to serve here and really help the people.
So we've been down here almost, I think, 6 years now, and we've done a variety of different projects. So the first big need we saw was housing. A lot of the families were living in tarped houses. I saw Fernando, one of our kids, sleeping on a cardboard box, and it really just hurt our hearts. When the rains would come, they would be washed away, in danger of dying in floods. So we put it on our hearts and prayed about it to raise money to build houses. And so we were able to do that. We were able to help build several houses. So our really building blocks of this mission was, let's get them a place to live, a safe place to call home. After we built the housing, our next need that we saw was a school. When we got there, it was just a 2-room schoolhouse serving over 100 kids. They really didn't have any good educational supplies. The building really wasn't safe. There wasn't any place for them to play. There was barbed wire everywhere that the kids would potentially run into. So we thought we got to start focusing our efforts on this school. So a lot of things we did in the school. So we built a library. We replaced all of their screens. We ended up buying the land in the back of the property, and on several mission trips ended up building them a playground back there. We helped support the building of a kitchen and a stove for the school. So really it was just kind of building this infrastructure for the school was our second big piece. A third really important project that really transcends all of our mission trips is spiritual education, as well as hygiene education. So a lot of what we do in the schools is talk to the children about their physical health, the need to brush their teeth, the need to wash their hands and drink clean water, making sure that they're living for the Lord, that they're centering their lives around what's truly important, and not falling into what society says is okay for them to do. Kelly Field was a vision that we had. We started coming down here, a safe place for the kids to play without concerns of barbed wire or falling in a ditch or getting hit by a car. We moved it on our last trip to make that playground. And when I look at that field now, and and just think about all the joy that it brings those children. It was all worth it. I scored this amazing goal, and the kids were running to me and just cheering and just mobbing me, and it was just this incredible moment where it was like, this is God's land, this isn't my land, this is God's school, these are God's people, and this field is a godly place, a place where kids can come and learn sportsmanship and build friendships and just have a safe place to enjoy life.
Last trip we were able to start a breakfast club, and what that is basically is assuring that each student that comes to school gets breakfast every single day, and it's a well-balanced breakfast, and it provides an incentive for kids to come to school. It helps the families with the food that they're rationing at home, and it makes sure that no matter what happens, each student is having at least one meal a day. The awesome thing about this program is that we're able to employ one of the mothers of our school to run the program. So not only are we feeding about 130 students each day, we are also giving somebody work that wouldn't have had it otherwise. Patty's Purse is a program that we started because the very first time I came to Honduras, it was because my mom, Patty Grubbs, had already been here, and she had invited me to come on a trip to Honduras with her. The idea is Patty's Purse is that everybody has like a few extra dollars or some spare change in their purse each month, just just laying around. And basically the idea was just your extra change, the stuff that we don't really think, like $10 here, $20 there, can actually go a really long way in Honduras. So from Patty's Purse, we've created a food bank program. So for $20, for $50, for $100, for $150 a month, you can sponsor a family in Honduras to get food for a whole month. And we look at that as like the spare change that we have in our purse, but it can totally change the lives of a Honduran family. The amazing part about how God has really brought people together with Dream Big Honduras is that everybody has something that they can share. Whether it's just making a financial donation towards one of our programs, making a financial donation towards a trip. We had one woman that made a dress and a pair of shorts for every single student in our school and prayed over every single student in the school as she created those dresses. So many people have different talents and gifts to share, and what I like most about my position with Dream Big Honduras is that I get to connect people. I get to connect their talents with the needs of the Honduran people. The best part is that sometimes those people that share their gifts are able to come down and actually serve as well on a trip. And I think once you come down and serve and you meet the people and you see how your gifts fit in with our ministry, there's no turning back. You're hooked and you want to come again.